I'm Eoin from Drenge and I'm here in Glasgow at the ABC. It's going good. I think we're sixth. This is the sixth show of 11, so we're just over halfway. And yeah, lots of motorway service stops and quite a lot of waiting around. Also, it means there's a lot more time to do stuff in a day than we normally get to. So we actually get a sound check, which is quite nice. Nothing. We've been touring for 3 years, and I need to sleep or have a summer holiday. So that's my plan. Oh, and make a new album. I think the Cribs have always been very good at highlighting gender awareness in music, and they've always done a very kind of strong job at picking support acts that include people of colour and women in bands. So I always think that's a great decision on their part, a conscious decision to do that and not to follow kind of whatever band's kind of buzzing around that's full of 4 young white guys. I feel like plenty of stuff should be happening, isn't, because it's just set in these kind of like very concrete kind of routines. Before we got signed, there were a couple of labels that we would go to down in London, and it was very clear that they had kind of quite set opinions on how certain stuff would work. Like one label that we went to had signed a band that was girls in, but it was very similar to our band. But they had a very certain way of how to like market that band, and through like the commercial music industry, there's a certain way of selling bands that have women in, which is different to selling a band that has boys in, which, as kind of the music industry is massively male dominated, find it easy to work with other men or younger men and kind of sell those bands. And at the moment there isn't any sort of system, major music industry across the major labels, where it's like there's, I don't know, a kind of confident, comfortable way of making girls in bands more than just a novelty or a kind of, I don't know, a unique thing to have on their roster. My job is to go on stage and play music and also sing, which requires like bits of my brain to be kind of going. I spend a lot of the time trying to remember the lyrics because I'm not very good at remembering what I'm supposed to be singing, and if anyone's ever seen us and got me singing the wrong bit, it'll be because I've completely forgotten what I'm supposed to be singing. I'm concentrating deeply on what I'm supposed to be doing, let alone trying to be some sort of figure on a stage. And then on top of that, you look out into the crowd and you're acting as some sort of like security guard, which is like another thing. And I can't just be like the guy on watch with a torch and binoculars going like, hey, get them out. And more recently we've been playing venues like the ABC, where the stage is a lot higher. As you play bigger venues, the stage seems to get higher because there's more people that need to see you. So the higher up you are, you have a better view of what's going on. But there's so many. Like last night in Newcastle, I was looking at a mosh pit of 400 people, and I couldn't see or tell what was going on. You have no idea what's going on when you're on stage. You come off stage and you go online, and if someone has the guts to speak about it vocally, I got groped at a Drenge gig, I got groped at whatever gig I was at. And then there's the people that aren't speaking about it, and they just kind of, they got assaulted at a gig, and they haven't got anyone to talk to. I just feel like at gigs there just needs to be some sort of protocol world where if it happens, you have a way of identifying that person and you go and tell someone within the venue, and like it just all sorts itself out because there just needs to be a system in place, and there really isn't. I guess we would be. I guess the job is to encourage people to speak out about it and kind of make talking about it, I don't know, just a more kind of easy thing to do. And I think yeah, just to not ignore it and pretend it doesn't go on. And also kind of like explain to men as well that sort of behaviour just isn't appropriate in any circumstance. I think just like more, it's not just a music industry thing. It's a society. It's something that we need to talk about in schools, in sexual and relationship education, and I don't know. It's something that just culture needs to, like our general society needs to get rid of, because it basically can't continue. We can't continue living like this as a society. It's too geared towards white men and their lifestyle, and I don't know, and nothing else. There's no other kind of space for anyone to speak out. Yeah, sure. Okay. Hi, I'm Eoin from Drenge, and I support Girls Against. So, yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.